Okay, here's part 2. Okay, what do I think about it? Honestly, I honestly think this was a really mean-spirited episode, along with Little Yellow Book, One Course Meal, and the card, and a few other mean-spirited SpongeBob episodes, especially A Pal for Gary. Okay, what are there so many things wrong with it? First of all, why did SpongeBob blame Sandy, Gary, and Squidward, and Plankton as well, when they didn't do it in the first place? Because Plankton had learned every ingredient but the secret ingredient, and tested many ingredients to decipher the formula completely, and he was currently on raw sewage, which literally smelled like shit. Next, they blamed Sandy, and they tell like nonsense stories about this. Same goes to Gary and Squidward. Like, they tell nonsense stories about it. And you know what Sandy, Gary, and Squidward did? Sandy angrily shows SpongeBob a receipt for 283 patties to prove her point. Gary says it would not be possible because he's supposed to be SpongeBob's pet snail. So I don't know why SpongeBob and Patrick accused him in the first place. Some good pet owner SpongeBob is, alright. Yeah, that was just sarcasm, guys. And for Squidward, they find it just holds a tap dancing shoes, and Squidward was actually in a tap dancing contest where he got 3rd place. And yeah, Squidward yells at them because he can't enjoy life that he always wanted, peace and quiet. And those two motherfuckers, SpongeBob and Patrick, always finds a way to ruin Squidward's day like that. Like, I feel so terrible for Squidward every time they do something like that. I don't know what the hell the directors were thinking, but this is just a shitty excuse. I mean, it even has a shit joke because of raw sewage that literally smelled like shit. And Patrick ate it, I could tell, because of his bad breath. And Mr. Krabs trusted SpongeBob at the beginning with the secret formula, but at the end, SpongeBob admits that he lost the secret ingredient and he can't find it. Mr. Krabs becomes furious of what SpongeBob had done, and he blames SpongeBob. And he tells like a nonsense story about it. And he, like, suggesting that the later used a decoy to look like he was picking up the delivery. Then when everyone wasn't looking, the actual SpongeBob swooped in, took the briefcase, and then flew it over the chum bucket, where he sold it to Plankton to make a quick buck. Yeah, blame your own employee all because of something that they didn't do? Wow. Like, how despicable can Mr. Krabs get? And then SpongeBob tries to explain. Mr. Krabs like, shut the fuck up. You can tell it to the cops, because I'm gonna call them right on your ass right now. And the cops arrive, and he's like, no need, we heard everything. Mr. Krabs points at SpongeBob for the officers to arrest. He's like, arrest this motherfucker, officer. But Mr. Krabs accidentally, or should I say on purposely, showed the empty bottle of the secret formula, turning out Mr. Krabs said to be the true thief. Especially what he had done to Plankton to one course meal. That makes him a thief. And he was going to let SpongeBob take the blame for the caper. Yeah. Mr. Krabs was a true thief all along, folks. No joke. Especially what he done to Plankton, which I felt so bad for Plankton. All because of that self-centered, arrogant son of a bitch, Mr. Krabs. The officers then arrest him for the theft, attempting to frame SpongeBob in his despicable and cold-hearted nature. And rather than admit what he did was wrong, Mr. Krabs frantically asks what he did. And after his arrest, the judge punishes Mr. Krabs by giving away free Krabby Patties for a day, and the officers hold him to his eyes as he screams in agony, while SpongeBob gives away Krabby Patties for free to the customers. Oh, and also, why did Patrick use mustard and a bun of a Krabby Patty? That son of a bitch didn't even know what he was doing. When SpongeBob explained it, he did this to make a really pathetic joke. And the way that SpongeBob freaked out at the beginning was really childish. Like, they flanderized the characters really badly, guys. It's also a really shitty excuse this episode. I can't believe it's like they took the script and they just thought that, oh, maybe that wasn't, maybe the other plot wasn't such a good idea, so let's redo it and make it look like shit. Yeah, that's how it felt like to me. They just took the plot and make it look like shit by fucking it up so bad. Man, Patty Capo. Bottom line, I just think that Patty Capo was such a terrible SpongeBob episode. It's mean-spirited, it's stupid, and it's cheesy and mediocre at best. But if you like it, that's understandable. I'm fine with your opinion. But to me, it's not the cup of tea for me. SpongeBob seasons 5 through 9 are definitely not the cup of tea for me. I'm sorry to say. So yeah. Yeah, I just think that they should have done a much better job instead of how it came out. I mean, this is just terrible. Even the writing was just atrocious. Like, I've never seen a writing in this episode this atrocious as this. Like, they just wrote the script and make it look like it's like they wanted it to make it look like a nasty episode of SpongeBob, which it is a nasty episode. Yeah. Bottom line, I just think this is a really nasty episode. Everything I could say was just mean-spirited, nasty, and ugh. It's also really shitty as well. And yes, they flanderized the characters this badly, guys. It's unbelievable. So for my final rating for Patty Caper, I'm going to give this episode a 1 out of 7. Terrible SpongeBob episode. And there you go. That was my review / rant on Patty Caper. Thanks for watching, folks. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to me, turn on notifications, and don't forget to send me requests, and I'll try to do them as soon as possible. I'm Jonathan's Media Shack here, signing off, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. Bye, folks. See you soon.